Halo guys, loh, minta nyalain cok lightningku cok. Panau. I don't believe in anybody about you now.
Hi everyone and welcome. We bring you a regular season game with extra importance. This is game 3 of the NBA Cup, a vital
NBA
group
Cup cok.
stage contest. This is
Kita main
Ryan
kah ke
Anderson,
NBA Cup?
joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, they've split their first 2 games
NBA
in the
Cup
NBA
guys.
Cup. They have a 1-1 record in the group stage.
Yeah, and I tell
Bentar guys. Today's Mari kita mulai ya kan.
they're counting on these fans to give them a boost, so you would expect them to come out with a little extra in their tank tonight. This is a 100% need game in the Cup.
And then, looking at where Houston stands, looking for a road win, and also their first win in group play for the NBA Cup.
Well, their chances of advancing to the knockout round, slim to none, but they're not lying down. Still a lot to play for.
So the Houston starting five. Van Vliet and Green. They're
Nice.
back to the backcourt. Amin Thompson out there with Alperon Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot.
Edwards does not back down. Even if it means taking physically hard contact, he's fearless.
The Rockets went from 22 to 41 wins last year, finishing right at 500, Clark.
Great progress by Houston. Just missed the play-in in
Miss
the
you,
West.
miss
They would have
you.
easily made that same play-in tournament in the East. A huge step forward for the Rockets, no doubt. And I think it's a
Anjing.
team that can sustain that
Bangsat, bangsat.
Talk up 2 there.
This is how Van Vliet beats you, being smart and crafty with his dribble.
Here's Baller, guarded by Van Vliet. Randall, the pass to Baller. Randall, the screen on Van Vliet. Back to Randall.
Nice.
Randall with the jam.
You know, once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randle throwing it down.
Brooks outside. Van Vliet on the wing. Green for 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Wuh.
Slams it in.
Keren.
Rising up for the throwdown. Major hops from Edwards.
So someone yet. Miss you, miss you.
Brooks against McDaniels. High arcing shot. And it's Brooks missing. And here are the Timberwolves. Pass to Randall.
Oi.
No good with a layup.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Thompson finds Şengün. Outside, Green.
So someone
And
yet.
here's Green
Miss
from the
you,
arc.
miss you. Nice, nice, nice. 3
Buries
point,
it from 3.
Green lethal off the catch. Good rhythm on that play.
Green's gone 1 for 2 from deep. Here's Baller, guarded by Van Vliet. Pass to McDaniels. Randall with it. Shoots over
Nice.
Thompson. Brooks with the rebound.
So far this quarter, he's been out of
Miss
sync.
you,
It might
miss
be
you.
pressing
Anjing,
right now.
banter banget, Cok. Thompson, Cok. Anjing, 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 anjing.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Now Gobert.
Salah kan?
With a steal. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. And out of bounds.
Halo guys.
Minnesota will have it. Since being selected in the 21 draft, Alperon Şengün
Miss
really
you, miss
improved.
you.
Yeah, from 9 points per game as a rookie to over 20 in his 3rd year, Şengün has averaged about 5 assists per game over a season. A huge number for a 6'11 post guy. He is so skilled.
Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo comes in for McDaniels. Reed a screen on Brooks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. DiVincenzo to pass to Baller.
Goblok,
No good on
ngantuk.
the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
On the wing, Thompson. 14 points his last outing. Thompson a screen on Reed. 3-pointer.
Nggak masuk.
And that one's
Masuk
good.
anjing.
Van Vliet
Gila,
for
Cok.
3. Van Vliet's got 5 points.
A versatile three-point shooter. Van Vliet can hurt you from anywhere behind that arc.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Houston making some changes. Smith, he's checked in for Thompson. Whitmore comes in for Brooks. And Holiday subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. We talked about how Alperon Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else.
I don't belong
And if
here.
you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you.
Nice.
No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Whitmore. He's guarded closely. For 3, Smith. And
Gila,
Houston,
Cok.
another 3.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Outside, DiVincenzo. There's a screen. Pass to Baller. Outside, DiVincenzo. 4 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here.
From the
1
creep,
second separating the shot clock and the game clock.
I am with
Edwards
you.
against Holiday. Some solid defense from Edwards. Now here's Gobert.
Let's go, Gobert. Nice. Allah.
Clear foul there on the
I
missed
don't
shot. So he'll
belong
get a pair at the
here.
line. It's going to be on Jabari Smith.
Known as the Stifle Tower, Gobert's defense and rebounding are valuable to this team.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Baller, guarded by Van Vliet. Baller's shot is off. The Rockets lead by 7. So the Rockets 5 now. Van Vliet and Green.
Oh, klik cok, kok dilepas ya anjing. Tolol, tolol.
And it's Thompson in at the small forward position.
Thompson with the bounce, rising up for the jam.
Baller passes to McDaniels. Pass to Baller. This one for 3. Rebounded by
Anjing.
Green.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
From the creep,
Van
I
Vliet outside.
am with
5 to
you.
shoot. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And he dunks it down.
There's
Nice.
the selfishness you like to see in a guard. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Here's Van Vliet. 5 points in the game. To the inside, Thompson. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
McDaniels up top.
Goblok
It's
jancok.
by Houston.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And how about the Fred Van Vliet story? From undrafted to all-star and NBA champion.
It's one of the remarkable journeys in the history of the league. There are a number of guys that have gone undrafted and ended up being all-stars and champions, but
Nice.
about it, one of the things they have in common in my
Here's the 2 point,
mind
guys.
is a real understanding of who they are and what it's going to take to be successful. And then the willingness to put in the work and not be distracted by naysayers or the glamour of being a pro. They've got a real anchoring as to who they are and what their business is about, and then they maximize their ability. That's Fred Van Vliet in a nutshell.
Here's Baller, guarded by Van Vliet. To the middle. Here's Baller, and he got the whistle on the
Nice,
layup.
dapat foul.
So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Fred Van Vliet. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like
Goblok
their
jancok.
confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when
Nice,
they
nice,
get a
nice,
chance
nice.
to
Jambul,
push it,
jambul.
they go for it.
Rudy Gobert is checked in for the Timberwolves.
Sing me
Anthony Edwards comes in for
something
DiVincenzo.
new. Dapat Rudy Gobert. Nice.
Outside McDaniels. To the wing on the left. And yes, it goes. Got a little English.
Nobody
Baller's got
knows.
5 now.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but looks like they're putting it together right now.
6 to shoot. The Rockets with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 6. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Uhuy.
Rockets
Anjing.
with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not
Uh.
helping them on the scoreboard.
Gak masuk lagi, cok, anjing.
The basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. That'll put him in. Thompson on the line. Rudy Gobert picks one up. Houston shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Here's Baller. Edwards for three. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back after this word.
The Western Conference winner. And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the Timberwolves. Where's the... Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. It's been quite a game for Dante DiVincenzo.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways
Hey,
defensively.
shh.
Nothing has slowed him down.
NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades. Grant, is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much.
Nice.
So I think
Let's go.
allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
And is
Allah.
McDaniel's playing the three.
Randall,
Julius
Randall.
Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Baller
Stand
in
by
the point guard
me.
position. And that's the group of Chris
Nobody
Finch as we begin the second half.
knows.
He hits the second from the line.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randall has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
Oh, it's stolen away. Right side Edwards.
Loh,
And it's
anjing.
stolen by Van Vliet.
Block. Jeng anjing. Stand by me.
Here's Thompson. Outside. Green. Thompson, a screen on Edwards. Green in the post. Guarded by Edwards. Van Vliet. 5 on the clock. Şengün passes to Van Vliet. That one's
Woo!
good for 2. Van Vliet's got 9.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Şengün with a steal. They're running. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their
Dang,
veteran
dang.
additions,
Oh,
including point guard Fred Van Vliet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. Here's Baller. From down in the low post, it goes. He has 7. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. The NBA becoming more and more global, Clark. Şengün, a perfect example of that.
Yeah, Alperen Şengün out of Turkey. Right now on the fast track to being the best player to ever come out of his homeland. So still very young, but boy, his future is quite bright. How about the bounceability of Şengün, getting himself way up there?
Timberwolves trail by 13. Here's Baller. He's got 7. Gobert with a screen on Van Vliet. Baller passes to Edwards. Clock at 6. Shot from the top of the key. Unable to get that one.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
And this is his second and third free throws tonight. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Randall, the pass to Baller. McDaniels from long range. Here's Gobert. Oh,
Nice.
ferocious from Gobert.
Gobert so good around the rim. Had that shot back before the defense could do anything with it.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
One this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Pass to Gobert. Shoots over Şengün. Gobert, no good.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Outside McDaniels. Drains the triple.
Timeout.
McDaniels got his first 3 points of the game.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels. Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Whitmore comes in for Green. For the finish! And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Oh, excellent work in transition. Pushing the ball up the floor like that helps you find easier shots.
Smith with a screen on DiVincenzo. Now here's Whitmore. DiVincenzo covering. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Houston shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8-ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Shepard, he's checked in for Van Vliet. Timberwolves trail by 12. Baller passes to DiVincenzo. Here's Baller from downtown. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds now. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And the 3rd pick in 2022. Jabari Smith Jr., he struggled at times in his rookie season. But Clark, he's making some major strides now.
You know, B.A., you've heard me and others say this, but every player runs their own race. Everybody's development journey is their own, to own and to run. Sometimes it just takes a little while longer for guys to adjust at this level. But I tell you one thing about that young man, the progress he made lets you know he's got what it takes to one day be an all-star in this league.
Randall with it.
Ako na ba sa
Şengün
makanta?
picking him up. Pass to Gobert. Fires it.
Aba.
Counted. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Now here's Whitmore. The D's right on him. The shot. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Whitmore's got 11 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And so it's Houston, a sizable lead of 14. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the street. match as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. They've got Jock Landale. Whitmore is out there with Green. Then it's Jabari Smith, and it's Eason in at the three. Here's Baller. Green covering. Pass to DiVincenzo. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Hey, they're just getting
Dah,
physical
halo
right inside.
sayangku.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Houston leading by 50.
Ndut kasih anak sendiri, Cel.
Now here's Whitmore. Smith outside. Here's Green. Ooh, went in there strong and tried to power it down. But he drew the contact and he'll head to the line. Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green? At a
Wes iso
fundamental level?
Facebook ya?
Wes iso market Facebook.
Iya aku tuh ngenteni anjen.
Gak itu sing akun lawas.
Sing aku lawas.
Yo, iku smash yo.
Iki
Smash iku
ndi.
ini.
Coba ke Facebook lah.
Kita balas chat pilihan juga.
Wes iso toh.
Starts with his pure explosiveness
sini dan
that
play.
just jumps out at anybody.
Ya wes bubuk
because he's jumping
nak apa-apa.
over everybody.
TikTok ndak iso kayak live,
The
Cuk.
way he can get up and down the floor and
Dipen.
hang and
YouTube tak
lift.
aja sing iso Cuk
And
kontol.
that's what stands out, his athleticism, and he's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
Van Vliet's checked in for the Rockets.
Cuk.
Mang miro.
Alexander Walker with it.
Apa?
He's against
5.
Eason. Baller shot is off.
They really have a commanding lead.
Jen-Jen
not just in
Group.
points,
Jual
but in
beli motor
rebounds as well.
Surabaya.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Reed finds DiVincenzo. There's a screen. Fires from deep.
Nice.
Ooh, he's been flawless.
Nonton
Apa ya?
Tonton rekor boy.
Terus setengah. Songo.
Nang songo pokoke. Sing nang papat.
Terus setengah, Cuk.
Tonton isor-isor itu. Sampai dibuka. Dek iku kadang iku BU.
Telu kok, 3.000-an kok diomongi kok. 5 juta kemahalan goblok. Tiga koma 8. 2.000 lah saya iki 3,5. 2.000 4,5.
Persis kok beda ya Iliana itu. 5,5. Sing ngedol 6,5. Masalahnya kayak aku kan gak harus sih kayak open
5,5.
open
5,5.
regoe gitu. Terus aku maksudnya kita ngomong cak mini ya kan kami nego gak apa-apa.
Ya lek ngono ya nih apa bukaan lek 5.000.
Apa 5,5 tapi ro gak ro. Jupiter iku yo ono sing regoe 6, ono sing regoe 8, sing 10, ono sing 11. Sing bersih sampai PD ku kowe iku ono sing ngedol 10 tawa 11. 10,50.
Apa iku?
Jupiter emek ndukure kene.
Tonight. Now he's 6
Seneng
for
limo.
6.
Pokoknya
Well,
sing
you
belum
certainly
emek iki.
can't fault
Tremek
him
gitu ya.
as the reason they're behind.
Pesine dhek
He's
dukur.
been on
Pesine 8
target and
juta.
on top of his game.
And Ime Udoka
Nah,
has
ini
called
buka iku
timeout.
piro
He
ngono lho.
clearly wants
Loh.
to talk it over and make sure everyone is
Pokoknya
focused.
buka
Some
misal kan
changes.
regone 5.000 ngono ya.
Gobert checked
Buka
in
iku
for
5,5 apa
Julius
5,7.
Randle goes in for Alexander
Niku.
Walker. And it's Edwards in
Niku
for
halus.
DiVincenzo. Gives us a chance to
Niku
catch up
ngakak
with
itu.
Ali LaForce.
Well, over the
Bisa.
break, I listened to
Ditawa
Ime
2,5 gelem kan.
and despite the
Biasanya aku langsung tak tahu iku soalnya 1,5 malah.
They told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, BA.
Good job
Ada maskin akses batasi. Yo, akses apa itu?
there, Ali. Thanks.
Akses TikTok ah. Iya. Kalau TikTok nggak bisa nge-live sekarang. Bangsat emang.
Out to Van Vliet from the arc. It's rebounded by
Gak usah live juga Bjir. Bisa-bisanya orang senetral aku kena dampaknya. Lah, aku aja netral aja kena kok.
for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 13. Outside McDaniels.
Iki lo kosong tel.
Lets it fly. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That was ball.
Makanya aku ini aja pindah
Young guys like
ke Enki bang. Oh, halo. Albridget. Alin Kipo.
Here's Brooks.
Aku aja kena kok. Semuanya loh.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Gobert passes to Baller.
Masuk. Nice.
Edwards against Brooks. Here's Baller. Outside McDaniels.
Ngentot.
Here's Baller. Fires the 3.
Alah, lepas.
Rebounded by
Coba kaget net hati lanjut progres lah kok hilang. Lah kok tidak bisa, lah kok tidak jadi. Ya sudah mau gimana lagi gitu kan.
Green with the assist. And the Rockets lead by 13. And Chris Finch calls
Itu kena dampak semua sih. Kalau TikTok ya, kalau YouTube sih aman ya.
Here's Baller. Pass to McDaniels. They set a pick.
Shh. Maaf guys,
Edwards against Green. Baller.
anjing gak masuk cok darurat cok 3 poinku.
The Rockets lead by 13.
Don't want to see me.
1:25 left in the fourth
Apa?
quarter. This one. Green, the pass to Van Vliet.
Apa ciprot? Kok kayak orang gila ya ngomong sendiri ya.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's
Cel, iku apa cel arek cel?
down the stretch here.
Backup
sini.
Ciprut.
Bukan sana. Nih, mohon maaf ada pertengkaran antar kucing.
Outside McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Thompson. Just 4 to shoot.
Dari lead lagi, anjing. Oh iya, Penser kan katanya lagi darurat juga. Iya ya darurat.
So he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast.
Darurat parah. Gimana-mana ada kebakaran.
Wait for good shot.
Aman gak? Aku takut api keluar. Aman sih, cuman ya gitulah. Surabaya kan,
Rudy Gobert picks one up.
kota tergede kedua di Indonesia.
Trying to stop him. He'll punish you down there.
Aku datang lagi.
First one falls, and it's a completely
keluarin
new
yang
group for the
itu.
Timberwolves. And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. And
Endi
they
pot
get their
mancing?
first win
Pot
of
kuning
the
dia.
NBA Cup. All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Di sini aku mau merokok, mau ngepot, mau ngapain aja bebas. Aku mau bugil pun bebas. Mau ngapain aja bebas aku. Terus ya mas, kalau keluar karena keperluan soalnya ini benar-benar ricu. Tahu nggak orang mulai kabarnya? Ya. Ya, stay safe lah. Bahaya.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Sacramento Kings going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at their home Target Center with Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge.
Pokoknya aku nggak pengen kayak ini sih, jaringan, internet, semuanya dimatikan. Aku nggak mau. Listrik, nggak mau aku. Takut banget. Gak ngerti cuk. Aku yang tolol. Aku 98 terulang. Ya jangan sampai lah.
Monk on the wing, he's paired with DeRozan. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis.
Iya.
And it's Fultz in at the point guard.
Jangan sampai lah, Cok.
The Sacramento Kings, GA, the expectations for this group have risen.
Well, it was about just making the playoffs for this franchise and breaking that.
Tapi kalau menurutku udah nggak mungkin, bukan nggak mungkin sih. Lebih ke arah kayaknya enggak lah. Nggak bakalan karena
Now here's DeRozan. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19.
ya betul. Dulu nggak secanggih sekarang.
Passes to Ball. Edwards kicks to Randall.
Sekarang cepet.
The three.
Anjing. Ya gimana ya? Sekarang ada gesekan antara sipil sama per aja segede ini, Bang. Tapi nggak tahu. Makanya tergantung orang-orangnya sih, lebih ke arah orang-orangnya sih. Gimana? Apakah mau ngikutin provokatornya atau gimana gitu? Atau nyari beneran mau bener-bener ngelawan pemerintahan doang gitu? Ya nggak tahu sih, aku nggak mau bahas itu sih, nggak penting juga. Males, lebih ke arah tahu salah ngomong.
Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Iya.
Gobert with the defensive effort.
Cuman ya nggak tahu ya. Oh lepas, Cok.
He's fouled.
Setelah aku juga capek. Lebih baik kita main daripada mikir. Ya kan? Buat apa mikir?
All right, Greg, here we are on the day before
Perilit
Thanksgiving.
anjing.
Very special time
Ngelap
of the
aja
year.
bubuk.
Any favorite Thanksgiving traditions or foods for you or your
Udah mendingan main aja lah. Aku netral. Aku yang penting baik-baik aja lah.
I tell you, man,
Gak gimana-gimana gitu.
I can't wait.
That one falls.
Yang penting aman aja gitu.
Murray keeps the feet moving and just never out of control. Great play there inside.
Pokoknya jangan sampai ada apa-apa lah.
To the inside.
Malah bubuk makan di apa itu?
With some
Malah bubuk makan di terasal aman. Yoi.
Boy, having a hard
Penting aman. Mau kerja pun ingat kerja juga gitu kan.
game.
Yang penting aman aja.
here's Baller. The
Asu, asu.
Timberwolves again can't hit.
Yet another miss, just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Nonton One Piece aja seru. Nonton anime.
For Randall. DeRozan.
Bangsat.
Good.
Yeah, one of the great mid-range scorers in the game. DeMar DeRozan getting to work.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Dante DiVincenzo. He's
Penting
checked
slow
in
santai
for
aja
the
dulu.
Kings. And a change for Sacramento. Ellis, he's checked in for Fultz. Here's Baller. Last game we saw him score 13. Inside, Randall.
Alah, Randall.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position.
Kasian sih yang ekonominya dari TikTok, apalagi yang nggak terlalu besar tapi ada pemasukan. Nggak kebayang kalau mereka bingung buat cari makan ya.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into
Meskipun kayak restoran pun juga kayak gitu kan sebenarnya. Ya kurang lebih hampir sama lah. Sistemnya kurang lebih hampir bakalan kena dampak.
Pulls it in. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. Here's Baller. Pass to Gobert. Here's Baller. Randall outside. There's a screen. Nailed
Nice.
from three-point land.
Ya ada yang sorenya masih aman, malamnya kayak chaos, akhirnya juga ada yang ngalamin kerusakan. Ya betul.
credit Julius
Tetap aja. Kayak di Surabaya Mall TP itu kan akhirnya kan tutup itu. Gak tahu kalau hari ini tutup atau enggak tahu. Tutup ya.
Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Gece tutup.
on just 1 of 4 from
Anjing,
three-point range here in
salah.
the first. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Nice.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis has the longest double-double streak
Cuman ya
of
begitulah.
a
Ya
century
udahlah, yang penting
with 61
kerja
straight double-doubles.
aman, pulang kerja ya pulang, nggak usah kemana-mana.
The great
Ya di rumah main
my
game
job as
gitu.
a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, we're just out there trying to win. Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak
So-
was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Outside Carter.
Nggak usah menyebar kebencian, asik.
So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. For the three.
Nice.
And Domantas
Pada pindah merah semua, aku nggak bisa Ah, nggak bisa soalnya belum 50.
Sabonis pulls it down.
Bisa kok, aku dulu nggak tahu ya, aku dulu 72 subscriber sih.
To the
Nyoba
middle.
nge-live itu.
Murray
Soalnya ini kan akun lama kan.
back to Ellis. Carter with a screen on DiVincenzo. With the teardrop, Gobert with the block.
Wow, insanely tough to get a shot off when Rudy Gobert is around. Wow.
Ellis with it. Picked up by Edwards. Ellis kicks to Carter.
Jangan dong, nice.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Harus baru tahu aku malah. Nggak tahu aku kalau itu.
Sacramento shooting their first foul.
Cek mas tembas mic enak iki. Oh enak pol. Enak pol. Aku mau coba ini sih yang bisa dua mode di TikTok di YouTube. Cuman aku nggak tahu. Belum pernah nyoba sih.
Sabonis, he's checked in for the Kings. Fultz comes in for Carter. Here's Baller. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Read the pass to McDaniels. Here's Baller, guarded by Fultz. Back to McDaniels. Clock at 6.
Nice.
Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call.
Diplot.
Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor
Blip.
in shaping the title race. And
Oh,
I'm
nggak tahu.
guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
On the court for Sacramento. Malik Monk out there with Lyles. And there's Fultz. Then it's Ellis. And it's Sabonis in at the 5 spot. Monk against McDaniel. Sabonis sets the pick for Monk.
Nice.
McDaniels knocks it loose.
You have to be careful when Jaden McDaniels is
Yoi,
in your
3
area
poin.
as a
Ah!
player. This
Handle
guy
kontol.
is so elite defensively.
Pass to Fultz. 2 free throws
Nice.
coming up, and they call the
Let's
shooting
go guys.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First trip to the line for him here.
Kalau gue berapa cak ini
First
kak?
free throw is good.
Well, guys,
Keluarin
certainly
lagi aku,
Fultz had a
asu.
rocky start with his first organization, but the
And so that's the end of the first half. Timberwolves lead by 7. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
We expect them to come out and play well. They put on their work clothes. They're taking care of things. That's what good teams do.
This could have been a trap game for them, but they set the tone early, and I like what I'm seeing, man. I like it.
Now let's take a moment and see what games still lie ahead. Over at Spectrum Center, the Hornets will face off against the Heat. Tip-off is 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
For these two teams, any win is an accomplishment.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the
Iya,
books.
jalur vlog
One
ini
half
memang.
to go. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring?
Nggak tahu ya aku.
Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
Nggak usah pakai Facebook lu bisa, cok. Goblok
he
ya.
has the
Apa yang
ability
susah-susah?
to answer right back.
Here's Fultz. Edwards
Oh
on the wing.
my-
He's
wow.
joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's Baller in at the 1. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Timberwolves leading by 4. Pass to McDaniels. Gobert with it, defended by Sabonis. Now here's McDaniels. 5 to shoot. Shoots over DeRozan. A nice shot
Nice.
by McDaniels.
Let's go, guys.
McDaniels got 7 points.
McDaniels making excellent use of the mid-range there.
Fultz kicks to Monk. Back to Fultz. Pass to Sabonis. Stolen by McDaniels. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
Very lit sih.
The Kings trail by 6. Going inside. Fultz, no good. Here's Baller. Monk grabs the board.
Anjing.
Monk's got his 5th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
To the paint, he's looking for Sabonis and finds him. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, Sabonis able to finish on the
Wala apa
interior.
sih?
That's pretty.
Here's Baller. There's the pick. Gobert with it. Now guarded by
Sini lah, aku
Fultz.
minta.
Foul gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
Now, here's DeRozan.
Nice.
Minnesota with the rebound. Randall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. McDaniels passes to Baller. For 3, sinks the 3-pointer. Baller's got the
Love
lead to 9
you.
now for the Timberwolves.
3. Let's go, guys.
McDaniels just finds a teammate operating with a little space.
Woo.
Slam dunk by Sabonis.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean...
Yoi, masuk dong. Goblok Edward kontol.
And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. From deep 3-point land, Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Edwards passes to Baller.
Asu.
That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Down low. And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
Pass to Randall. Here's Baller. Outside for Randall. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Oke, pelan-pelan.
Fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Baller passes to Randall. Pass to Edwards. McDaniels, a screen on Monk. Edwards dishes to McDaniels. That's a 2 from Randall.
Yoi.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
On the wing, Murray. He's defended by Randall. Here's Sabonis.
Nice.
Blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. It's tipped.
Anjing goblok.
Now here's Fultz. Tight defense on him. DeRozan inside.
Kiri cok, jaga cok, anjing.
McDaniels. Sabonis kicks to DeRozan.
I saw other feeling I can play this game.
Three-quarters of play in a close game here.
Pupuk sing enak sayang.
They lead by 3.
Pupuk sing enak. Pupuk sing enak. Pupuk sing enak.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of team.
Spill kucing ini. Ya tadi yang aku angkat tadi tuh. Oh, bubuk anaknya. Arahnya bubuk guys. Anaknya tidur. Lah, bubuk wis. Kasian. Dia kasian mau istirahat, capek.
This fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth.
Duh, cantik.
Jay Crowder out there with Lyles. Then it's Sabonis, and it's Ellis, and at the 2. Here's Lyles. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Lyles got
lucu dua anak diri.
first basket of the period here for the Kings. Pass to DiVincenzo.
Masuk.
Set the pick over Ellis. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. And he goes
Let's go, let's go.
And talk about putting some extra.
Terus 3 poin, jadi harus hati-hati.
Way over the top.
Close game or not, he's gonna finish firm when he gets the space. Lyles against McDaniel. Pass to Fultz. Just 5 on the clock. To tie it up. Rebound Minnesota. To the paint.
Let's go. Yo, woo.
Najee's ability to run the floor, get out in transition.
Timeout, Sacramento. Minnesota making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. Keegan Murray's checked in. Sacramento. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in with what the Kings head coach said to his team. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Sabonis. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Lyles against Reed. Pass to Bowler. Shoots the 3. Drains the three-pointer.
And that's his second
Yo,
for him going into the break.
The Kings trail by 6. Here's Fultz to the middle. Here's Sabonis.
Nice.
Denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now Reed. Pass to Bowler.
Alah, bangsat.
And the 3 off target. And Murray's got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. Into the lane. Oh,
he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Timeout, Sacramento. And some changes here for the Kings.
Gimana udah beli mie ayam kah? Kayaknya mie ayam enak, mie ayam mie kuah kah? Enak kayaknya cok mie kuah itu cok. Harus spesial nikmat kayaknya. And there is an issue.
Gobert with the block.
One of the best to do it. Gobert adds another block to that career total.
Good, nice.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Kings trail by 8. Here's DeRozan. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Baller.
Anjing.
The miss. Gobert with it. Outguarded by Murray. Baller passes to Reed. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Back to Reed.
Yoi, downfall guys. Lumayan.
He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Now
I used
understands
to
how to play physically
be.
inside, able to get a shot
Masih
off
mie
despite
tambah
the
telur
foul.
sawi cap. Nikmat sekali,
Minnesota making some changes.
saudara.
Julius Randle's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and Anthony
And
Edwards subbed in for Dante
reason.
DiVincenzo.
Nikmat itu. Sumpah nikmat itu.
The Kings
Jadi
trail
pengen
by
aku.
8. And foul on the
Cuma kurang satu hujan.
two
Habis makan merokok Soraya, apa nikmat minumnya es teh, nikmat sekali.
Ability to draw the defense's hand and get himself to the foul line.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And he is unable to get the second one.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
Baller passes to McDaniels. Now Gobert. There's 57 seconds left in the game. Shot clock at 6. And
Anjing, terlalu cepat. Nikmat sekali saudara, surga duniawi. Surga dunia betul. Ya mas, lembek.
Guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Pak Iso itu.
up top DeRozan. Edwards defending. And it's DeRozan missing. So it's the Timberwolves now.
Yoi, malah kasih ke nonton. Sabar, slow santai aja. Masak dulu, ya kan, makan. Terus setelah itu, mari kita ngobrol santai, merokok, ya kan, menikmati hidup gitu kan.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fader on the way. DeRozan against McDaniel. And they force the shot
Nice.
violation. Great D.
Terlalu lama, Cok.
Especially when it comes in the form of harsh
Di Gobert yang gila, sumpah.
And big defensive plays like that will help them
Alah,
stay in
kurang
control.
7 detik aja temanku dimasukin, Cok, ngapain gitu kan.
Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Rudy, your impact on the game defensively, always something to watch. What's your approach at that end?
Just try to win games, you know, and my teammates put out trust in me, being aggressive on the balls and try to be aggressive at the rim. And, you know, when we play as a team like we do tonight, it's tough to beat us.
You were in full stifle tower mode.
Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long.
Tengkulorek gantuk.
Welcome, everyone. Glad to have you with us for this NBA Cup action. Two slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at Los Angeles, early on, they've got the third best record. And of course, there's Minnesota, 6 games behind.
When I look at the Clippers, they've just been relentless coming out of the gates. And What I love is that everyone is focused. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, they're using that F word, focus. A lot of teams suffer from a lack of concentration in the early part of the season, but not this team. They're ready to play right from the tip of the very first game.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubats in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Timberwolves, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Baller in at the 1. You know, Grant, for players that move to a new
Kelembagaan. Terus. Bang Mas, Mamrumin boleh. Bentar guys, bentar guys. Ya. Pemain kemana, Cok?
enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, BA, it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of
Makan,
repetition to get a feel for your
nikmati dulu. Oh, Harden. Oh, musuh Harden anjing.
Zubats, a screen.
Oh ya, Clippers ya.
With the floater.
Nice.
And it's blocked by Edwards. Oh, stolen by
Kalah.
Leonard passes to Dunn. Oh, good D by Edwards. Here's Baller, giving him some nice offensive production with 13 points a game. Pass to Gobert. Here's Baller. Gobert with a screen on Harden. 6 on the shot clock.
Yoi.
That's how you capitalize on it.
Woo.
Good positioning too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Harden anjing.
McDaniels with the rebound.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Edwards, no good.
That's the shot you.
Karena asik bang. Iya, memang saya yakin gitu kan. Cuman kan mahal ya. Saya tidak mampu masihan. Mahal cok sumpah. Kepengen aku. Belikan dong. Aku kayaknya nungguin Steam sharingan ini sih. Nungguin apa ini namanya? Nungguin apa sih namanya? Orang jualan Steam sharing kayaknya. Nanti aku bakalan mainnya coba main bukan main career, cuman bakalan nyoba main NBA. Ngomongin bersih. Tidak bisa dong. Tidak bisa dong. Ya, lanjut.
will
Ikutin anak-anak
still
aku.
be a lockdown defender.
Ikutin teman-temanku.
Pass to Powell. Zubats, screen.
Aku pengen sih main 26 sumpah. Oh ya, BTW ini aku pindah dari SF ke PG ya, guys.
McDaniels passes to Edwards.
Nice.
Here's Randall.
Nice.
D that time.
Rasanya kayak main tapi grafik next gen. Sudahlah, jangan iniin aku lah. Dan ngiming-ngimingin aku lah. Aku pengen sumpah, jujur aja aku pengen aku sebenarnya. Mahal tapi. Gila sih.
He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Timberwolves make a
Pengen aku
change
beneran
here.
pengen aku.
DiVincenzo's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Simmons is checked in for Dunn.
Dari sistem dribbling dan kawan-kawannya jauh lebih enak katanya kan.
Baller passes to DiVincenzo. Here's Baller. 4-3.
Alah.
It's rebounded by Zubats. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Defeated by Washington in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
You cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
Bentar guys. Bentar. Archer Maker juga baru. Iya kah? Gimana alur ceritanya? Dia mengusung dari apa? Maksudku awalnya dari mana gitu? Dari kuliah atau SMA gitu?
We're almost at the best part too. The single elimination knockout rounds. I can't wait to get those started.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize.
Bentar. Urusin kerjaan guys, bentar.
Well, you know, BA, that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in LA, they only made the playoffs 4 times.
Gimana ceritanya ceritanya? Seru nggak? Dia berawalan dari kuliah kah atau mungkin SMA kah? Ada dua alur struggle jadi main dari rank dan college high rank. Oh. Nah terus kalau semisal kita mau milih, kita milihnya gimana caranya, Cok? Milihnya gimana caranya?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Ali. That one's off.
Kalau unrank itu main overseas dulu. Oke.
Minnesota shooting just about 29% so far. Not great. Pass to Gobert.
Kayaknya aku bakal ngebul PG sih di sana nanti.
Oh, deflected.
Yakin aku.
Gobert finds Edwards to the paint. Here's Baller.
Anjing. Nanti abis bikin build dikasih pilihan 2 itu. Oh, oke. Kayaknya aku bakal build PG sih. Bakal fokus ke PG aku. Bakal fokus ke PG.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Pass to Jones. Now Leonard.
Ini bikin apa PF lincah kayak. Oh iya kah?
Simmons, the pass to Harden.
PG enak katanya di sana 6,2 sama 6,3 kalau nggak salah. Saya enak itu. Saya enak itu, Cok. Sumpah. Goblok, Janto.
They're looking to correct that.
Back to Harden. Pass to Simmons. Harden against Edwards. And Harden gets it to go on the assist by Simmons.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Could we say he wanted it more?
Here's Baller. Simmons defending. Here's Baller. It's Edwards on the wing. 9 points in his last outing. Outside, DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Baller shot is off.
Itu speed demon. Kalau jago dribble di dunia jadi dewe. Oh iya kah?
And it's Powell with the ball for Los Angeles. Pass to Harden.
Gila.
Another miss. He's 2 for 4. The Timberwolves trail. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And there's the drive.
Woo!
It's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined.
Seru dong, sumpah. Apa? Sumpah seru dong.
Here's Leonard. The layup misses. Pass to Baller.
Alah, kecepatan kan. Ya ampun, cantok.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The T-Wolves on top.
Boleh lengket kalau dia kena senggol dikit kena steal, ya betul. Seru dong, Cok. Sumpah seru. Pengen aku, ya ampun. Ayolah, jangan ngimimin aku dong. Please lah. Mahal, Cok, masih Cok. 1,1 soalnya. Biar bisa main early access. Pengen aku.
He's checked in for coffee. Jaden McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Baller in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. McDaniels against Leonard. The shot won't fall. McDaniels with some nice D.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Done outside.
Pengen aku cantok. Sumpah pengen aku jujur aja pengen.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Kemarin beli yang 1,1 atau ini? Beli yang 1,1 atau beli yang 800?
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
All right, we got a chance to check up on Ivica Zubac's status. What do you have, Allie?
I just talked with the Clippers head athletic trainer, and he told me that after his initial exam, it doesn't appear to be anything major. Adversity hitting this team early, but that will create opportunities for others to step into new roles.
Yang seru bang, yang iya. Yang 1,1 berarti. Kalau sebenarnya tinggal tanggal 5 baru bisa main. Sebelumnya bukannya bisa ya, yang standar itu seingatku bisa deh. Kalau semisal sebelum tanggal 29. Seingatku loh ya, seingatku kalau nggak salah.
The Timberwolves lead by 4. Pass to Randle.
Cut dong.
Here's Baller. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. Let's see some of the numbers here for Kawhi Leonard.
And he slipped a little bit in terms of his defense in the past 10 games. You can see his steal numbers have dipped. He isn't playing with the same assertiveness that he had been. His coach has got to get through to him.
Edwards, he's checked in for DiVincenzo. Zubac, he's checked in for the Clippers. Harden comes in for Ben Simmons. Well, Brent, something we've all noticed lately is the small ball era starting to wind down.
Well, BA, I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
Edwards, a pass to Baller. Fires from 14. Randle, good.
Now You can see the touch
Nice.
and the improvement in that touch right there.
Biasanya dia nggak demo nggak bang? Demo parah, lumayan parah.
Pass to Zubats.
Kalimantan gimana? Aman kan?
Back to Harden. 1:14 left in the second period.
Anjing cowok, Hardenin lo, gila lo.
More skilled
Sumpah.
offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Powell, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Nah, aku nggak tahu ya. Tapi kalau semisal aku lihat itu di Jogja jauh lebih aman. Maksudku lebih kondusif.
1:11 left in the second. Lawler passes to McDaniels.
Jauh lebih kondusif Mas Yan. Meskipun tetap ada demo gitu.
Randall, pass to Baller. Now here's Edwards. Shot clock at 6.
Aku sebelum beli aku pengen nyoba soalnya.
Here's Baller, knocked away. Fires from the wing, and they turn it.
Cuman kantor polisi. Iya, kalau Jogja setahu aku cuman kantor polisi.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
The Clippers trail.
Karena Jogja kan istimewa banget kan. Maksudku kayak pemerintahan nggak bakalan mau nyentuh Jogja sama sekali gitu. Karena memang
Yeah, the long arms, it's difficult to protect your shot from Gobert's reach.
Baller, nice dish.
apa sih namanya? Sri Sultannya itu benar-benar ngepimpin secara utuh gitu.
But it's all coming together now for them here.
And out of bounds, the Clippers will take it.
Jadi nggak ada ikut campur dari pemerintahan. Tauku sih gitu. Jadi pangkat tertinggi di sana ya Sri Sultan. Nggak peduli kamu presiden kayak apapun itu. Pangkat tertinggi kalau semisal kamu di Jogja ya Sri Sultan setauku. Orang-orang yang jar-jar itu biasanya dari luar kota provokator ya. Cuman ya hati-hatilah pokoknya. Dan aku nggak mau bahas itu karena aku masih harus keluar kerja gitu. Nanti aku jadi tambah was-was gitu kan, kepikiran, malas kerja, akhirnya main NBA. Tapi percuma kalau masih 2K25 gitu.
Check it out, Los Angeles.
Bangsat.
And talking about our game now, that's it for.
And we've got second half action.
Bentar guys.
For you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game.
Bisa nggak ya? Semoga bisa ya.
Minnesota leading by 6. So, on the floor for the Clippers. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Baller, defended by Harden.
Nice.
Randall can't hit. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's hard to believe now, but Julius Randle.
Harden. Hardennya hati-hati kawan.
An interesting ride for Julius Randle. A lot of different roles, but he's evolved his game quite a bit. Some he's done himself, and then guys have adjusted around the way that he has been a leader, a scorer, a rebounder, a presence. Julius Randle continues to impress.
Anjing!
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Baller. Back to Daniels. Minnesota again missing.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Right side Harden to the middle. And Zubac.
Anjing kekejar cok, goblok. Goblok cok, kekejar anjing.
Points of the game. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Let's have a look at the leaderboard now and see the toughest defensive teams in the league these past 10 games. The Timberwolves, number 1. Los Angeles, second.
Great game planning by both of these coaching staffs as of late. Both teams have been effective defensively.
Pass to Edwards. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Powell passes to Leonard.
Woo!
Slam! Wow!
How about the handles there from Kawhi? Totally throwing off the defense.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Baller passes to Gobert. Here's Baller.
Lamaan lu.
The Clippers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Harden. And Harden
Okay.
with the slam.
With a finesse.
Serius dulu.
For Minnesota, they've gotten off to a rough start. Now 0 for 5 in the second. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Edwards. It's good. Edwards, what strength.
And just working his way inside, keeping Edwards out of the paint is not an easy task.
Now here's Harden. He's got 12. 11 feet out. Minnesota with a rebound. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. A nice shot by Baller. Baller's got 12 points.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Simmons is checked in. And it goes out of bounds. Last
Nice.
Powell.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Masih bisa ini, Cok. Masih bisa menang ini kita.
Shouldn't be making that pass.
Here's Baller. 12 points for him. DiVincenzo on the wing. Pass to Baller. Randall with it. Outside, DiVincenzo. Here's Baller. Just 5 to shoot. Randall, a screen on Simmons. Beyond the arc. Baller's shot is off.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
It's Powell on the wing. Cashes
Anjing,
in the first
anjing.
attempt of the game.
Usually you see Powell operating on a drive or spot up 3. That time he took advantage of a mid-range.
Pass to Randall. Here's Baller. Offline with a 3.
Time for some consideration in the passing category maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Simmons. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. 34 seconds left in the third. Here's Baller. Simmons defending. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Baller. Giving him some nice offensive production with 13 points a game. Here's Leonard. Leonard, so strong.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Pass to Baller from deep three-point land. The shot
Anjing.
good for the third quarter. Clippers ahead. They lead by 4. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
Lagu apa ya, Cok, enaknya ya?
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Asu.
3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got McDaniels. He's out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Dante DiVincenzo out there with Naz Reid. And it's Baller in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Simmons. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
With a tantalizing combination of size and skill, Ben Simmons has to be a headache to guard.
And both free throws good for Simmons. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Baller. Outside Reid. McDaniels from long range. The rebound by Ben Simmons. The Clippers shooting about 41%. Dunn outside. Now here's Simmons. Covered by Alexander-Walker. Leonard for 3. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. And the Clippers lead by 11. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling, guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Pass to Jones. Leonard inside, covered by Alexander-Walker. Now here's Simmons. He's covered closely. Here's Eubanks. Nice D from Reid. Timberwolves trail by 8. Dunn with a steal. Down low. Here's Simmons. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Baller passes to Reid. Here's Baller. Outside, Alexander-Walker. 6 to shoot. Reid a screen on Leonard. Launches a 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter.
Nice. Okay lah.
Called a timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the
Bisa, masih bisa guys. Masih bisa kejar ini, Cok. Sisi berapa? 5 poin.
Julius Randle comes in for Alexander-Walker, and it's Edwards in for DiVincenzo. Pass to Leonard. There's the 3. They grab their own miss. A nice shot by Zubats.
That's what Zubats is here for, making plays in the trenches.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Right side McDaniels. Here's Baller, defended by Harden. 3-pointer.
Bangsat, harusnya masuk itu ngentot.
It's been a struggle all night.
Tolol capek aku.
Seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
And the basket by Leonard.
Now, going back to his college days, this is one of Leonard's favorite moves, the simple pull-up off the dribble.
Randle outside. Pass to Bowler.
Terus mainin sticknya, bang, gue masih kesusahan. Maksudnya? Mainin apa itu? Mainin stick di mana maksudnya?
Now McDaniel.
Dribblingnya kah?
Inside.
Nice. Wuih.
Harden with the defensive.
Alah. Ini kah maksudnya apa yang namanya?
Up top, Powell.
Dribblingnya kah? Atau shootingnya?
And here's Leonard. Zubats inside.
Nggak bisa dong, dia tinggi, dia center bangsat gitu kan, nggak mungkin.
It's an 11-point Los Angeles lead. Zubats has gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Outside Edwards.
Ya dribbling, dang, gitu harus pencet apa? Kalau dang itu pencet kotak bisa. Kalau semisal mau pakai R3 itu pakai R3 atas bawah, pencet aja bawahnya, pencet gini tapi di undering gitu biasanya. Terus juga bisa kalau semisal kamu mau dribbling tergantung pemainmu megang bola apa. Megang bola di sisi mana, kanan berarti mencetnya ke sebelah kiri. Terus kalau sebelah kiri mencetnya yang sebelah kanan kayak gitu.
Pass to Bowler.
Kayak gini nih, lagi kanan kan, aku pencet ke sebelah kiri, dia
105 left.
dribbling kanan. Ke kiri kok kanan.
Now
Jadi
Randall.
bener-bener harus biasain ngebaca sih.
The kick out to Edwards.
Cut, nice.
Off target from outside.
Terus bounce apa namanya? Bounce lob apa sih? Bounce pass itu pencet bundar kayak gitu-gitu. Steal and block bang, steal kotak, block segitiga.
Pass to Leonard. Powell outside. Shot clock at 5. Fires at the elbow. That one's wide left. And here's Minnesota now. 11-point game. To the left wing.
Goblok jancuk, salah ngumpan sama ngentot.
It's a one-on-one situation.
Oke sih bang, yoi. Semoga bisa membantu ya kawan. Dribbling itu harus bisa baca ini sih, bisa baca pemainnya. Aku pun agak kesusahan masihan gitu.
Winning this one easily.
Terus habis itu kalau masalah shoot harus punya jump shot sendiri, terus dihafalin
The NBA Cup.
And now they're
gitu.
focused on getting
Kalau aku biasanya nge-shoot pakai R3 memang. Kalau aku ya,
to knock it.
kalau aku pasti gitu.
Interview once again.
Biar nggak kesusahan. Nonton syuting dulu lah, Cok. Susah, Cok. Susahan. Bentar. Setting. Terus ininya dimatikan dong. Suaranya biar nggak ada suara itu aneh-aneh gitu kan. Kelamaan. Cepet. Jalan jelatik mau jalan. Kulingnya kan kok nyoba situ kan. I won't go home without you. Randy. General. Siapa ini, Kak? Okay, let's go. Bisa ya. 6-13 anjing, bodoh cok, ya ampun. Masa karena aku gitu kan? Gila sih.
Confident and competent backcourt. It just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And now the Lakers starting group. Up in the front
Whoa.
court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt.
James Hayes.
With Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the 5 down low. This is his first free throw.
Nice.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
And you think back to when McDaniels was drafted. Everyone talked about his potential. Now they're talking about his consistency as a contributor, especially at the defensive end.
Here's Reeves.
Kenceng cok ini, Doncic anjing.
Pass to Doncic. Here's Vanderbilt. 6 on the shot clock. Now Reeves. Over Edwards. Reeves gets the bucket.
Well, he can beat you.
I don't wanna.
Very challenging to defend.
Here's Baller, guarded by Doncic. Randall passes to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Outside Edwards. Randall from outside.
Yo, 3-point guys. Nice.
Randall absolutely will take that shot. Not afraid of that corner three.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. Undoubtedly, their defensive focus is trying to limit Luka Doncic. Coach told me Luka is a great player who impacts the game on so many
Goblok salah pencet tau
no
ngentot.
one has been able to shut him down. We just need to play with physicality and make him work for everything. We'll see how they handle one of the toughest matchups in the NBA. Guys?
Thanks, David. Edwards passes to Baller. To the inside. Here's McDaniels. pass to Gobert. Over to the left
Good.
wing. And he
Nice.
that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, look, you want to put your guys in a position to succeed. McDaniels is more comfortable operating off the catch than he is initiating.
Edwards against Reeves. From deep, James buries it from
Woo.
And he likes
Gila, Cok, orang ini, Cok.
early. Nice triple.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And one thing the Lakers are so adept at, Greg, inverting their sets to have different players start the action.
Yeah, it takes a high level of basketball IQ to do that on the fly. Makes defending the Lakers a nightmare. You never know how they'll attack you.
Now here's Randall. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Doncic.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Reeves. And rebounded by McDaniels.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be.
No.
He is so
Ching.
strong in the paint.
Inside.
Ayo,
Vanderbilt.
bro.
And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Minnesota in the lead.
Shoot.
For 3, Edwards. LeBron grabs the miss. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Baller passes to McDaniels. Here's Baller. To the inside. Goes back up. Out to Edwards. 5 on the clock. The tray. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Well, they shot it well because of how selfless they were. You need that kind of chemistry and cohesion on the road.
Ini Jal.
He got to the 10. I think
Turu
he was surprised
jam berapa tinggi cuk isan cuk?
to find
Jam telu
himself
ding.
that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Minnesota making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. And then for the Lakers, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's Connect in for LeBron. Here's Baller after Luka Doncic's bucket. Reed misses. The 3 for Doncic. Hits it from
Tanto.
3-point range. Doncic has got 5.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
Here's Baller. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. And Reed throws it down.
What a statement by Naz Reid, showing you what happens when his team is in rhythm like this.
LA's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Reeves against DiVincenzo. Here's Reeves. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves lead by 1. From Target Center, back in a moment.
Apa kayak satu kon? Mangan cuk. Kok orang muntah yo? Isin jel. Isin no. Iki lho. Aku isin dulu ta. Hak pira gak ngerti ndeng.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what
Kita itu hidup sebagai rakyat-rakyat yang selalu terkena SOP, gua harus ada SOP kan.
In that first period, you've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple.
More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Lek semisal kena iki cel apa iki cel jenenge cel imbase iku oleh tinggal ndek apartemen lek gak ono VIP siji.
The Lakers also changing it up.
Iya.
Vanderbilt's checked in for
VIP siji nang VIP. Tur nang kono atus nang kono. Apa? Gak ngerti makanya. Terus senang Siwan.
and Doncic is subbed in for Vincent. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Austin Reeves connect out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's Doncic and it's Hachimura in at the pivot, manning the middle.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And that's a foul called on Baller. That is his first foul of the game. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, I've always felt like I belong. It goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, is this confidence or cockiness? And he told her, they're basically kind of the same thing. Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you. To the middle. Pass to Doncic. Great, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Minnesota making a switch here. Edwards is checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. LeBron's checked in for Austin Reeves. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
Goblok, wih, jancok.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those.
Alah, outball.
Is a synonym for bad shot.
Los Angeles has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Doncic looking it over. Can they get it?
Nice.
Pretty hard on that shot, but he's got
Let's go, guys.
points at the line. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
Nice, tunjuk nggak masuk.
The game of Doncic is impressive. A walking triple-double threat every night.
And he's good on the second. Here's Baller. He has 5. Outside Edwards.
Jancok, goblok.
Doncic with it. Picked up by Edwards. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Reed.
Nice.
And contact.
Woo, dapat foul lumayan.
Shooting free throws here. Rui Hachimura picks one up.
Well, guarding Reed is hard. This guy is a big who can hit threes. He can drive the ball, beat you inside. So you have to track him all over the floor.
And he sinks the second. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reed after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill.
Yoi,
He can
keren.
shoot the ball, he can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
Nice. Keren, 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 keren.
Left now here in the second. And JJ Redick is called
Time out, time out.
He's
Sabar,
ready to
sabar,
talk
sabar.
things through with the team. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert comes in for Naz Reed. And Julius Randle subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Halftime kita harus bisa mimpin sih, kalau menurutku. Kalau nggak gitu nanti lumayan agak susah buat ngejar.
Now here's Doncic. He's coming off an unbelievably high scoring game.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark.
Alah, bangsat.
Baller misses. And so it's Doncic with it.
Nice.
For Los Angeles. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. 54 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Bowler. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Back to Edwards. McDaniels with the ball. Wants to get it to Randall and does. Here's Bowler. Here is Edwards. He's defended by Reeves.
Let's go. Woo! Yoi, keren.
Such a strong player, skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Reeves
Pernah.
lets it go from deep.
Woo! 3-pointer. Gila, Cok.
Reeves has got 5 points so far. Minnesota's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Pass to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on LeBron. Hayes with the steal. And that'll do it.
Nice.
For the first half, a competitive
Nice.
game so far.
Kita mimpin, guys.
Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 1. And join us right back here after the break.
Kita mimpin. Perlahan-lahan gitu kan, perlahan-lahan tapi pasti jangan lupa di like kawanku. Dan di subscribe. Oke?
For the Western Conference, Nikola Jokic.
With Joker, because of his size and skill level, even great defenders have it hard.
And moving on to the Timberwolves now, they're in the midst of a close game.
This has been a display of what we often talk about on this show. Unselfish ball movement usually leads to better shots. Now, I could say this. They're generating a lot of clean looks, guys.
Yeah, it's tough to beat a team that's in sync. Big advantage in the assist column. Check that out. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game, great performance by
Lanjut dulu, lanjut gitu kan.
That first half, absolute dynamite on.
Ya, let's go.
Yeah, and
Nice.
in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Masuk Edward sini. Nice.
Julius Randle is out there.
Ini loh goblok seharusnya. Ngentot.
And it's Baller in at the point guard position. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we
Yoi, nice.
And yes, it's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Lakers trail. By 3. Reeves outside. To the paint. Wants to get it to Doncic.
Alah, jancuk. Kenapa ya blokku kok selalu gak bisa lari ya?
Space. Doncic will move defenders around.
Pass to Randall. To the wing right side. Now here's Edwards. Baller passes to.
Ayo, Cok. Nggak punya duit saya belum punya duit, saya juga mau, saya tidak ada duit kawan. Cepetan ngentot. Aku juga mau. Aku sebenarnya pengen jujur aja pengen aku. Cuman ya itu, duitnya nggak ada. Mahal soalnya kan. Itu aja rencananya aku mau pakai Steam sharingan dulu nanti. Mau beli Steam sharing dulu untuk sementara buat main-main doang tapi masih belum bisa online gitu kan. Biar tahu tuh gameplaynya kayak gimana. Oh kayak gini. Nanti aku kayaknya kalau semisal udah ada duitnya baru beli.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot. Randall kicks to Edwards.
Nice.
Off the mark there with the
Gitu.
three-point shot. The Lakers trail. It's deflected. Hayes down low, working on McDaniels. The shot's good from Hayes. Suddenly changes.
Rencananya sih gitu ya, cuman nggak tahu lagi ya.
Frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Let's see the stat sheet here for Luka Doncic.
And you can see the
keren ya
surge in his
Doncic,
level
sumpah.
of confidence lately. Just by looking at that true shooting percentage, it's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Randall from outside.
Ayolah Randall yang bener.
Not a great start to this second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks.
Nice.
It's stolen by Gobert. Reeves against Edwards. To the right side. Randall right side. Outside Edwards. Pass to Bowler. Here's the three.
Goblok.
Miss by Minnesota. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Down low, here's Vanderbilt, and the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Wih, tinggi loh pada loncatan kudaan. Nice. Loncatan pakai kontrol kabel, Bang. Enggak, aku pakai ini, dongle, cuman lagi ngecas ini. Lagi ngecas aku. Pakai dongle.
So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different.
Ambil.
You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Now here's Gobert. Still scoreless. Bowler misses.
Jing. Ngapain tak umpan ya?
LeBron against Edwards. On the wing, Doncic. Randall against Hachimura. Fires for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Randall passes to Bowler. Timberwolves passing it around. Randall finds DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen for DiVincenzo. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. Misses from short range. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Here's Doncic. And it's off the back rim. No good. Here's Baller. And nice
read by Gobert. When he's providing an assist, that is a big bonus.
Pass to Hachimura.
Nice. Aduh.
In the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Lakers leading by 5.
TikTok belum bisa nge-live ya, Cok. Sampai kapan ya?
So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura out there with Connect. Then it's Vincent, and it's Doncic.
Anjing TikTok sampai kapan ya, Cok?
Continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Baller, guarded by Doncic. DiVincenzo passes to Baller. Now here's DiVincenzo.
Weh,
Misses the three.
kalah kuat aku anjing.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Doncic. High arcing shot, and it's McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got zero quit in them.
Now, here's Doncic. And rebounded by McDaniels. McDaniels got 8 rebounds in this game.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to 2 on the bucket from Baller.
Well, good recognition there from Reed to realize that his best decision was to move the ball.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Vincent. And here is Hachimura. McDaniels defending. And that one's good. Hachimura. And the Lakers lead by 4.
And the confidence Hachimura has in himself, knows he can score from this area when given the chance.
Some changes for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Alexander Walker. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And then for the Lakers, Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Rui Hachimura. James comes in for Connect. And it's Austin Reeves in for Vincent. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He told his players, I need you to play smarter out there. You're in a rush right now, and that's why we're behind. Slow things down. Run our plays. We'll see if that tempo shifts at all. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Now, here's Vanderbilt. LeBron outside, puts up a 3. James
Anjing.
from deep.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Baller passes to Gobert. McDaniels against James. Pass to Baller.
Oh,
Taken
block.
away by Hayes. 11 feet away. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. McDaniels passes to Baller. Doncic against McDaniels. Baller misses.
Lama, Cok, lariku.
Los Angeles leading by 7. Takes a 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Lakers?
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the 3. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight. And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
A shot's good from Vanderbilt.
Kontol.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Randle passes to Baller.
Bukan, buduk salah pencet tau, Janco.
Lakers gain possession. Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it. .52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Vanderbilt. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback. No doubt, that just about seals it. Here's Gobert, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, Gobert is used to this in the paint. Given his height, it's difficult to contest him cleanly. He doesn't hit the first.
Oke lah guys, kalau begitu terima kasih semuanya yang sudah nonton. Sampai jumpa lagi di live yang selanjutnya gitu kan. Capek saya sudah capek, nggak tahu kenapa tiba-tiba capek peranku. Terima kasih semuanya, bye bye guys. Selamat malam, selamat beristirahat dan stay safe semuanya. Bye bye.